They're out there enjoying their life. We're in here torturing ourselves.
You are. I'm making fun of you.
Oh.
Sun's gonna be here tomorrow. Zelda won't.
Well, like they say, third time's a charm. Let's keep up with my first playthrough after most everyone has beaten the game 3 times over. Here, we're going to be focusing on the next 3 major cities in the main quest, with token mentions of other story bits along the way, like if I find a memory, or pass by Kakariko, or you know, whatever. Then the final video will be about the further world exploration and the ending. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't to catch that, and like the video if you enjoy it, and you know, all that jazz. So, where were we? Oh yeah, leaving Rito's city. Okay. Yeah, you said that in the last cutscene, but okay, why not have Tulin actually come with me?
I can do it, Dad!
God, right out of the gate and we're off on a rant. At least before, the dudes were dead, so maybe they couldn't leave the Divine Beast, but they're not now, so... Besides, Tulin said he was gonna come with me and fight, but nope, never mind, I guess. Why were we just denied followers who could give dialogue, and reaction, and special quests, and we could learn about them, like in Mass Effect or Fallout New Vegas? If those guys could plan around having pet NPCs at different times a decade ago, then surely Big Bunny Nintendo can do it now. Is it just because this is less work? Did they somehow still not finish this game after 12 years? I mean, it's not like they worried about showing this kid in combat before, so whatever, this video is going to be long enough. But I do have to mention those Zonai pillars I complained about in my Breath of the Wild videos. They're still here, still don't have any interesting details, and still seem to be nothing despite the Zonai being center stage now. Good job! So, skipping over the world traversal stuff, doesn't affect the plot, that's the next video, blah blah blah. Okay, bitted this in. Pelipper, who refuses to accept that I know what a great fairy is and tells me about them anyways, is looking for Zelda, and Mario here knows something about it. So instead of them just walking up this hill to the Great Fairy, I have to fix their wagon for them with Ultra Hand. Because as my boy DJ said, almost every time, the solution is Ultra Hand. You know, like Half-Life. Also, how the hell does anyone who used wagons back in like medieval times not know how to fix a wheel? It is the most common problem for wagons. Do any amount of research. Oh my god. Whatever. We get up to the fairy, who also doesn't seem to remember me, that says Zelda doesn't look like herself. Well, so much for that plot twist of Sheikah being Zelda. Nope, just keep it clear that when we see her, we shouldn't get attached, or that if she's doing something bad, it won't be her, so it's fine. There's no tension from us witnessing something being off. It just instantly resolved. That legit just made this story worse. Thanks a lot for the spoiler. Okay, whatever. Skipping.
I have physically taken the controller out of my hands and put it on the table.
Okay, restaurant. Replace the single tiny mining camp in Breath of the Wild with a restaurant so people could be like, oh my god, he ate a rock from Age of Calamity. You know, but for real this time. Okay, maybe that's unfair. Maybe there are more locations and we'll see them when I talk about the world exploration, but still, cool to see the Gorons' food. Oh my, looks like this dude is hypnotized. Double cool. Different than the Rito issue. And triple cool. They have mining stuff scattered about in multiple locations since, you know, that's kind of the Gorons' whole thing. Adds to the setting.
Nice.
But again, this is basics, dude. An area has a problem and you show that so the player feels a need to help? Come on. Same with adding details to show the different areas. Yeah, it's nice that they're here, but despite coming up to standard, it's still a detriment because the beta version Nintendo sold for full price didn't have this. Well, take us into the city, puppy. And now we'll have the Goron Elder say exactly what's happening for anyone who was blind and deaf in the audience by this point. Okay, yeah, we could see that, man.
All talking about marbled rock roast, are ya?
Oh, God, Yunobo's voice actor is back. Oh, no. Oh, God, I'll be honest, he is worse than Zelda. He genuinely sounds like a parody of a G-tier anime voice actor. But hey, it's a nice little twist here on the guy. He not only owns the mining company now, since he was a big player in Breath of the Wild, saving the town, but now he seems to have become a villain or something. Nice.
GORO!
But not nice, though. This is a genuine joke how Link doesn't talk.
Wait! I understood that! You say you're transmitting your thoughts directly to my brain?
Jesus, what a true fucking anchor on this story with his dialogue literally just being changed? Metal Gear. Or goodbye. Why have the option to say anything then? Just have the text play out. Talking to this random person afterwards shows that this is going to be just like the Rito, I bet. It's going to be a copy-paste of Breath of the Wild with us going into the mines to get a Goron helper, go out the mountain, and deal with something at the top of the mountain. But this time, just like the Rito, we're going to see some ancient legend of the Gorons. It's going to be brought up and found 10 seconds later, and Yunobo's going to be like,
"Oh, okay, that's real cool. Anyways, Goro."
Whatever. Puppy, into the mines.
Alright, does it know where you're going? Okay, so it is following a road.
When did we get to the game?
This is the ride!
Well, here we are, and yup, never mind. Things are instantly resolved. Yunobo's just mind-controlled. God forbid you mention that someone could be corrupted by a position of power and prestige, Tears of the Kingdom. God forbid we have an actual plot with Zelda seemingly helping this dude who became power-hungry, and us worrying, oh shoot, did Ganon corrupt her or something? I mean, take longer than one cutscene to do anything, the kids will swap back to Fortnite or whatever. Oh, fight, isn't that nice?
So we're gonna get this immediately resolved. What? No, do not tell me this is this easy. What? Baby, watch this. You need to be watching this. Oh, actually hit me for once. Okay, never mind. Whoa. Before he literally just... Oh, okay, let's go. Alright, an actual fight.
Strafe a little faster.
Okay, well I didn't have to before. He just instantly went right by me, you know? There we go. Alright, it's over.
Jesus Christ, game of the year, people! Oh, look, we never see her face. We never hear her talk. I wonder if it's not Zelda or something. G-tier anime!
Then how did you aim at me before?
God, and I love how during all of this, Link never says, OMG, Zelda. Nope. That would help sell the possible plot twist of her seeming evil if Link was like, yo, what on God's green earth are you doing? And she's like, I don't know, you ever think maybe Ganon has a point? Or something, I don't know. I mean, you could literally replace Link here with a brick that swings a sword, and it would change literally nothing about this game. And what is with this game's obsession with fading to black? It's just lazy. Show Link following Yunobo. Why?
Who squirts out a little rock monster and says, I'm gonna call you Slurgo? Who pumps out a little stone vagina poop and says, I'm gonna name you Off Rack? Because that's what they're gonna be wearing their whole life. You give them a name like that, Off Rack.
Shut up.
So like, do I just get like a posse? That would be pretty dope. Like, I go through this game with, like, my 4 ghost buddies walking around like a goddamn necromancer. That would just be like Skyrim again, where you had Lydia and freaking, Chatterbox. I love how they have the Zonai propellers here, when shouldn't this be Zonai stuff from a trillion freaking years ago that was used in the Sky Islands and in the shrines, but they just have it here with these carts because, well, that's what the player already did.
Well, head on up to the mountain, and like the worst Mario level, here's the worst on-rail shooter ever. Okay, sure, launching Yunobo into these dudes can be a nice little distraction, like catching the rupees in Wind Waker's Great Sea, but dude, you can design a whole set of encounters here to make this more than a distraction, and to make it, you know, game? Resident Evil 4 did that with the minecart section, but nope, just some gentle, relaxing non-encounters to massage the rodent brain into thinking we are the hero because we pushed a button. Okay, maybe that's a bit harsh, but I am genuinely starting to think that since everything gets resolved instantly and there's no real adversity except a few hard enemies that I guess encourage us to avoid them. I mean, the only thing I actually had to do was get out of this cart once to fight a couple of bokoblins and move a brick. Come the fuck on. But I guess this finally led me to a shrine with the steering wheel for the Zonai stuff, and okay, yeah, I can see how this might be fun. I can see myself doing this in the open world and ramrod an enemy camp with a fire-breathing monster truck, and then I'd... what? do it again at another copy-pasted enemy camp, it'd just be some mindless action detached from the actual game. Just hovering over a bog-standard open world like getting a clip through walls and invincibility cheat in any other game when cheats were actually a thing and not like a glitch exploit. Honestly, it reminds me of the Flash games we played in 2002 that basically amounted to messing with the physics someone just learned how to program, with no point beyond just getting more money to buy more things to mess with the physics more elaborately. You know, but then we all got bored with them when we realized there was no point, and nobody remembers those things except for a cute few nostalgic like, oh yeah, that was a thing. I wonder if those were ever made by multi-billion-dollar studios with teams of professionals and sold for full price. I mean, yeah, they were fun, but not anything more than the mindless chaos that eventually peters out. Like, you know, GTA free roam with unlimited rocket launcher ammo. But even if, for some reason, this never gets old somehow, the Zonai stuff here would be like the awesome icing over a piece of cardboard. Just kinda makes the icing seem less appetizing, huh? Not a 10 out of 10. You'd think any professional game developer would realize this is the most fun thing, and either A, rebuild the entire game around the most fun thing, or B, cut the fun thing out and put it in its own game with its own challenges and structures built around it. You know, like Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts? I mean, say what you want about that game, but it did build itself around that. And after sitting through a long play, yeah, boy, this does look familiar. Honestly, if anything, Banjo-Kazooie looks way more user-friendly than the annoying wiggling, fiddling, and turning with Ultra Hand here. You gotta attach power to certain parts, you gotta keep your vehicle balanced, think about fuel and speed, mess with it during gameplay if something is off. I mean, sure, Ultra Hand's different since you can use random tree trunks, and I can't really say if Banjo-Kazooie is better or worse, because, you know, long play, so I didn't actually play Nuts and Bolts. But if someone told me that Tears of the Kingdom Zonai cars were made from this idea, I'd totally believe you. Maybe this here is better since more objects in the world can be mushed together, but then again, why use more than Zonai fans and wheels for movement and then use blocks to build a frame? There's no need to do much more beyond balancing or moving. Maybe there's more stuff later, but again, kill one bokoblin with a tactical nuclear strike and you killed them all. Heck, even Kingdom Hearts with its gummy ship at least had separate spaceflight minigames totally designed around it, and the story is actually supporting that. Whatever, maybe it gets better. Let's keep moving. I mean, we're still not even at the dungeon yet, oh my god.
Straight lines, though, somehow. Wait,
What?
the mini-map. Okay, we still need to just go back and talk to him, even after cutscene.
Oh my god. It's like, I know where to go. I literally was there.
The path, it's a straight freaking path. Where else? All right, I'll stop and talk and fade to black. God forbid it be seamless.
Oh, jeez. It's no use.
Jeez.
I can't remember anything that happened after that.
This literally sounds like a joke take.
Nah, it feels like, I mean, yeah, it does. It feels like that's what they wanted to go for. I feel like they're just trying to keep all that classic, like, not so great, you know, like, past Japanese.
Yeah, I can tell it's rising from the Death Mountain crater. How descriptive. You saw the divine beast, buddy. It was about as big as those things. Oh, look what just magically appeared.
Oh, sweet.
That was not there before.
No, it wasn't. I wonder if you need that to fight him. Do you need that to fight him? I wonder. I'm being so sarcastic and annoying. I should chill out.
No, the game deserves it. Look, he's waiting. He's being kind enough to give us a second.
I mean, yo, it's called having some dignity.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, integrity.
I love it. This is just, they just put it here. Oh, and there's a few others back there for no reason. They literally just put this here, just spawned it in because I couldn't find a fucking reason.
Did you just throw him at him like 5 times?
5, that's generous.
No! No!
Don't worry, I don't need to be. No, I missed. Try it again. Get him, buddy. I'm pretty sure that rock just hit me and it did no damage.
There's no way. This has to be, you know what this is? This is one of those story
There we go,
bosses.
got it.
Nah, there's no way. This is one of those story bosses where you're like, oh shit, oh fuck. And then, and it was too easy, and then in like the next 3 scenes, an actual hard one's gonna come out, and you're gonna be like, oh.
Boy, it's so cute how kind you're trying to be to this game.
Listen, man.
It's so cute how much credit you're trying to say. No, maybe it'll do this. Like, you sat through Breath of the Wild. No, it won't, babe. Stop trying to Libra it up and be balanced. And no, the game is just that pathetic.
Later.
That's just really shocking. Like, that feels like a joke.
Yeah.
It literally feels like a joke. It feels like the opposite of those parts in the games where you're like, oh, why is it so hard? I can't win. Blah, blah, blah. But it turns out because it's a story thing, and you're not supposed to win.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
But this feels like the opposite of that. Like, it feels like you're supposed to, like, the character is supposed to think, oh, that was so easy. But there's no character. Because Link isn't going to be like, oh, man, we can do this. He's not going to do anything.
No.
I'm tempted to ask, like, when you were going back down the mountain, did anything happen? Like, did it and like legs come out or something? And when you finish the fight and you were going back down the mountain,
you win.
Done.
You're done. Yippee! You win. You're the hero.
Way. Like, there's no way anybody else. Like, you're right. Like, I keep trying to, you know, because I don't want to be one of those assholes who's just a Debbie Downer all the time. Like some people.
Yep.
But
that's
me.
All right, down, down, down into the depths. And honestly, what is there to say? Some harder enemies, that's good, but it's deterministic combat that only gets easier with a bigger posse. Having to drop light balls, I mean, I can honestly just walk forward and orient myself at the castle and avoid lava. Use Yonobo at the red rocks I can see even in the dark. Get some Zonai parts, fine. I mean, I love how fiddly it is. Instead of just letting us dump all of our charges in at once and pick all of our stuff up at once. I don't know, but maybe mashing the A button over and over makes it feel more cathartic to pick up all our prizes from this gotcha machine. Whatever. I guess the city that the reporter mentioned wasn't brought up in the cutscenes. I was wrong. Celebrate Tears of the Kingdom. So, in we go. Need someone to say, hey, did you see what happened in the cutscene? Yeah, I can tell it's this way, dude. It's a bridge. There's only one way. Oh my god, are you genuinely going to make me go back and activate him to have him say, I think we should go through this door, Goro? Yep, that's exactly what Oh, didn't see her when I walked up. Oh, of course, Link never says, oh my god, Zelda. Oh boy, and Yonobo says it again. This way, Goro! Must make the level artists feel stupid if we're gonna ignore their work just to have someone directly point out where to go. But I wonder, Yonobo, if we're gonna have to click this, have it show us the door not opening, have the follower go, what? It didn't work, Goro! Have the voice say, specific Zelda race title, door won't open. Open door locks.
Do as I command.
Then have the follower say, I think we need to open the door locks, Goro. I wonder if going through this dungeon will involve walking around until I find an Ultra Hand or a Zonai dude to kill. Hopefully it won't just be walking around until I find an open door. And, it's not that much. Okay, yeah, there are minecarts this time, but usually the way forward is pretty obvious if you just hit the track switches. And I really don't want to waste my time to take another path to get a rupee or another weapon. Spoilers for the exploration video. Oh, in fact, you know what? F it, why even take these carts? See, this is why they made the divine beasts unclimbable. And guess what? Like we said, the solution is Ultra Hand. It's building a bridge. Like we did, you know, in the tutorial? Whatever. Link has literally said and done nothing this whole time. At best, he's repeated, Zelda gone, me find. Like, why aren't we just playing as Yonobo here?
Goro?
Use roly-poly like the Goron mask in Majora's since, you know, that's how you beat this boss. And guess what? It didn't hit me once! Besides me being dumb and staying on it to get more damage off because I literally just didn't care if it hurt me. Well, time for the repeated cutscene that everyone in my comments was saying was coming, and holy shit, you really weren't f***ing lying. Wow, just after the we think this blizzard is coming from this cloud line, I didn't think we could sink any deeper. But I should have expected such when Tears of the Kingdom has a place called the depths. If any other game did this, it would be lampooned as a laughing stock forever. This is pathetic. Not to mention that the dialogue overall is a joke. Way below even basic functional dialogue. I fought Ganon. It didn't work.
Okay, I will fight with you, Goro.
This genuinely reads like an outline's outline. Like the little notes they put in a storyboard. Wow, secret stone. Sometime later. Much f***ing world building. What else can I say? Average at best, insulting at worst.
No, dude, take your time walking into the shop. It's all good. Just pad out your runtime. So, are we not gonna say where's Zelda? Wasn't that like the whole point? Oh, okay, we're just like, oh, she wasn't there, alright, whatever.
Why can't Link have more character? Like, that's not weird, bro.
It's really not weird, like...
Again, like, it would be...
In Half-Life 2, it was a running joke. Because they had gotten to the point in video games in like 2002 or whenever Half-Life 2 came out, that you could have voiced protagonists. So it was a running joke that because in like 1997 they didn't do it, you know, now it's like everyone's talking at him and there's a fully in-depth story.
And he's like,
everyone's like, alright Gordon, we need you to go into another military base and fight off the aliens. Say nothing if you agree. That's what I thought. Like, they play that up. They're not doing, and they say he talks in this.
But we have all of this 3D modeling now. We can't even at least have him be like, you know, like...
You mean like they did with Wind Waker?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
What do you mean we? I'm gonna leave and you're gonna stand there and say, Goro! Every time I talk to you.
May as well do the Lizard Lake since they said Zelda was there or something. That's story adjacent. Alright, the cave is probably between the two and... screw it. May as well see what this fire is. Oh, it's that monster patrol crew. They're actually out doing their job. That's nice. Perfect example of how a bit of context and story can make up for deterministic combat against the same enemies and pointless cyclical weapon replacements. And then again, the combat can also be difficult in the chaos of a group. So, you know, that's something. But to be honest, the context here is also kind of disconnected from what's going on in the region, since you'd figure that Goron City would need to suspend its mining operations if there was a monster group that had to be removed, but you know, whatever. Well, at least it finally made me go through the pure busy work of gluing bokoblin bones to my steel sword to make it keep up with the damage scaling. Again, dominant strategy, but whatever. I guess you can say that the fuse mechanic sort of encourages you to kill enemies to get better weapons, so you scale up, but it's forcing you into disadvantageous combat to get the items to keep up while you're still breaking the swords to which you would need to attach the fusible things, rather than just giving you better weapons. Speaking of fuse though, remember why we all hated the water temple? Because we had to keep stopping to open the menu and turn the iron boots on and off over and over. Anyways, back to Tears of the Kingdom from the things I talked about with break of the weapon. See? Told you, Pit Shuster 401. I'd steal that from your comment.
Wonder if they're trying to get me to go underground to get that treasure and start some sort of side quest to uncover what's up with Zelda.
Oh, I just smash a bomb wall and get a hat? Team Fortress 2? Okay. Look, I found the hat, Goro. Whoa, holy crap, someone actually said the words Divine Beast. Only took you half the game to realize you're a sequel. Whatever. At least we could cover up Spirit Yonobo's face now. Muzzle his voice. But unlike the monsters, these memories are definitely story. So, to the tower, because why fuss with building a Zonite jet when I can just go up to here and glide to where I need to? Oh, and of course, Blood Moon. Who gives a Oh, hey, it's stuffed. Hey, screw it, why not have it do that every single time after the first cutscene? Oh, right, and before this memory, they showed Zelda was in the past. Took them like 4 minutes to make that clear, but you know, now we hear that they're confirming it.
My secret power would be to pick out any individual flaw and make it like a trillion times bigger. So like, I could make someone's zit the size of that Postulio from Invader Zim. Yo, did Zelda literally just wait for 10,000 years?
What was it like lying in that hole for 1,000 years?
I was enjoying it until you guys showed up.
Jesus Christ, eat your heart out, Sephiroth.
Well, at least this was something. The first semi-engaging dilemma and conflict I've seen beyond Fight the Bads. does Zelda give up who she is and hope Link will somehow find her knowing she's a dragon or not? So that's cool. Yo, Link deadass kind of looks like a robot with that helmet. I mean, he is just a brick going through the game. Wait, no, why not actually make him a robot? No, wait, hear me out. 1. He does nothing in cutscenes except stand there like a robot and has no actual noticeable relation with anyone beyond generally positive. He's supposed to have a fiance, but does literally nothing with her ever. 2. Everyone else in Tears of the Kingdom actually does the plot, and Link is just there to like open Zonai doors or whatever. Any problem those characters have could easily just be, you know, written so that they have an arc, like Tulin getting help from his father.
I can do it, Dad!
And having the torch pass, so Link doesn't need to just swoop in and solve everything and remove all tension. 3. He comes into the world after the Zonai Sheikah stuff shows up, at least from like a writing perspective, with memory loss one time, and at least the second time there's supposed to be like a smaller time skip, so the robot will be just as out of place as us. It could easily be written that he's a Sheikah robot that woke up like a contingency plan in case the Divine Beast went haywire.
Here's your problem. Someone set this thing to evil.
Or is a Zonai robot that just fell from the sky. You know, sounds not too far from another robot from, I don't know, the Breath of the Wild game with the story. That would actually tie that memory loss thing and the forgetting everything we know about Zelda together metatextually, and the Zonai/Sheikah stuff into the story rather than just have the robot stuff thrown in from an outside force that never actually meshes with the world beyond, yeah, I guess an ancient story mentions this once. 4. Link has access to ancient Zonai and Sheikah technology that no one else does, allowing him to engage with the ancient stuff. You know, like building Zonai planes and shit. Yet there's no real connection with Link beyond a random thing thrust upon them like a random armor Sheikah slate when that could just be a part of him. Tell me that doesn't fit. Screw it. You know what? I'm keeping this helmet on the whole time. I fucking bet you it will make so much more sense. Or at least prove me right when I say he could be replaced with a blank 3D model that just says yes, no, Zelda gone, or I did quest thing. And it would change nothing. Couldn't do that with Geralt. And speaking of Zonai powers, fine. Straw men, I mean pedants. Oh my gosh, just make your own fun and do Nintendo's job for them. I'll use a car to go to Zora Land. This is pointless and no different from using a horse. Oh well, gonna go check something off the path. Oh, it despawned. Okay. Back to having Puppy walk for me while I literally put the controller down because spoilers for the world video. Why engage with fighting a Hinox or helping a weirdo Hudson cult man when I'll just lose resources or get stuff I'd find quicker around the missions? Guess if someone's on the road, I'll talk to them to see if they give me a story. Oh yeah, G-tier anime writing. Man, remember when I sort of praised the Zora's Domain walk-up in my Breath of the Wild videos? Well, this is much worse. Again, obligatory, this is a copy-paste of the previous game. If any other game did this, you'd be hated for life, etc, etc. I mean, you'd think these landslides would fit more in with Breath of the Wild's supposed torrential downpour that was really just, you know, like a light rainy day. But nope, now they're here because reasons. Anyways, sure, your movement is restricted by some of this goo, defused Ganon goo with gloom, but you can still just easily get around things. And there are fewer enemies this time. Plus, you know, you can start every fight with spamming the much harder to select abilities than in Breath of the Wild and instantly start at an advantage. Yeah, enemies deal more damage now, but I don't think this combat is really gonna get any harder or make me have to come out of my dominant strategy as I get 2 more Spirit Bros. I mean, at least the powers in Breath of the Wild had a limited number and a cooldown outside of 10 seconds. Now I can just sit back and spam rollout and let my dudes fight for me. No tension. Much relaxing. And what is with this game being Mario inspired? Because this is literally just Super Mario Sunshine. But you know, at least the goo there actually hurt you. Again, back to the GameCube like with Follower Medley. Then again, I'm really not against going back to the GameCube and PS2 era. Oh, yay! Another person specifically mentioned the last game. Beyond, I know you, Link. You are the good. Okay, in we go to one pretty-ass city. Even if Monster Hunter World's Coral Highlands makes Tears of the Kingdom here look like a f***ing joke. Just like last time, up to the top of this mountain here, but now to see my best friend, Sidon. But hey, his fiance seems open to it. No judgment. Love comes in all forms. Gonna do the shrines real quick just to get the fast travel open for later. And yet again, the solution is to build a bridge. Okay, yeah, some shrines so far were hard. Or maybe I just didn't know I could use my powers to do something in them. But even if they were good puzzles, that made me see I are the dumb. When they're put alongside this the good ones seem bad comparatively, because Tears of the Kingdom, you apparently know how to stump me, but just chose not to here.
Or do I just...
Imagine just move them into a staircase or something.
So explain to me why you try to give this game credit.
Oh my god, is that literal? No way. What? You saw I was joking.
Yep. Oh, there's not enough. What do? Do I attach one? Do I make another bridge?
This is not a puzzle.
That's literally this is literally what we did on the Great Plateau, Great Island thing. It literally is.
Oh my god, this is literally busy work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. I'm flabbergasted.
How was your joke accurate?
Can't even articulate, like, that's like not even disappointing. I can't even articulate what this feeling is.
That was me in 2017.
What the I already know how you felt, but now I feel even worse for you because this was something that you loved.
Yeah, I remember somebody said...
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I saw someone make a comment about that, and I felt bad reading it. And I already know that it felt bad for you because you were, I remember, like, you were so excited to show it to me, and I was literally like, the only reason this is fun is because it was 4 of us, or 5 of us, whatever it was, sitting there kind of having a party. But after we all saw the regular stuff, we're like, okay, it's literally just this for the next few hours. We're like, okay. We fought the Hinox together, we made a few mistakes, and then it was like, okay. But, like, after everything that Zelda was, and then your dungeon, which was so famous for actually making these kids have to think and not treat them like they're idiots. Yeah. And you're telling me the best puzzle an open world Zelda game could come up with was, hey, you have a telekinesis hand, make yourself a bridge. I'm getting a headache. Can you... I don't know. I'm getting a headache.
Yeah, we know who that is. You don't need to block his face.
I like the music though.
Yeah, sure.
This music is very romantic.
Yeah, with his painted nails. I mean, I'd watch it.
What did you just say?
I didn't see. I literally... Dude, turn around! There is literally a giant pile of it, and you can look up and see that it's coming from one of those islands!
Anything else?
Watch. Wait for it. Oh yeah, remember how I said I f***ed up when I started thinking?
No way.
And I tried to, like, overcorrect and, like, get it to aim? Oh, I just had to get on it and wait! Oh, that's the problem. I was thinking! I assume you were asleep.
Shut up.
But walked over here, and he's like, oh, I can't read the prophecy, whatever, because it's broken! What are we gonna do?
That's not the missing piece.
I'm like, bet it's gonna be right here around
That's not the missing piece right there.
There it is!
That's not the missing piece right there.
I'll just clean it off with the water because that's what they had me do when I first walked into the city, so I already know exactly what to do with this. That's the problem. I was thinking.
And the answer is don't think. really hits when you start thinking about it. For example, I thought it was kind of clever having to piece together the riddle and realize that the skyfish was an island shaped like a fish and not like a fish in a pond, but the dudes right here just tell you that. And the fact that the whole marketing of this game was Skyloft, but not Skyloft, so where else would this be? Also, it's literally right next to where we are, so just look on the map. Do I need to find a way up? No, the Zonai stuff is right there, because reasons. And don't forget, you literally had the armor to swim up waterfalls last time, so just remember the previous game, no matter how much this one tries to act like it never happened beyond the barest minimum acknowledgements.
Pleased to meet you.
Actually, we've met once before.
What?
The riddle says, among the floating stones, there will be a droplet. So, do I need to find a droplet, or do I simply spin in place until the giant blue glowing stones are obvious? Well, at least the boss battle against the ruined like here was okay. You know, it's ranged, and you have Zidon's power now, so you know the goo slows you down and gives you like a bit of a tutorial on how to use that power without seeming too much like a tutorial. Honestly, I don't really mind that much, except for like how they ruined my boy. And I'm going to take it out on this nothing of a relationship because this is the first time we're seeing these two interact, so I don't care. Like, is this trying to imply that like Saddam was in some sort of depression? Maybe he was just stressed and tired from purifying the water and having his land in supposedly dire straits? He didn't even seem to have any depressed dialogue. I mean, maybe he's rightfully worried because his fiance doesn't seem like a warrior and a monster just shows up, so maybe he just preferred that she stay where it's safe? As we say here on this channel, whatever. Let's go down to go up.
Make a path for you. Dive in, Link.
Except, seriously, why do we need to go underground? No, really, why? This does nothing narratively except have us click a button. There's no reason for this when the islands are in the sky, and all we do down here is the busy work of walking around until we find a bomb wall. It's even wet down here to prevent us from just climbing around, so like why didn't we just have the skyfish swim us up?
Row up! Row to
the water dungeon.
Would avoid the plot hole of the whole thing with Varuta being that the rain was about to burst your dam, but this sudden Niagara Falls is fine.
Here it is. Now they're gonna say, come to me.
Here. Come here.
You wanna get a writer?
So, like the Rito, we're back in the sky. When this just doesn't make any sense either. Like, for the bird people, sure. The Gorons had us go underground in the volcano. Spoilers, but there's stuff to do with sand in the desert.
I don't like sand.
Why does the fish people level soar into the sky? And if the 4 main missions don't really have anything to do with things in the sky, then like, is it just because there's really no reason for this sky stuff to be there, so you have to crowbar in some more sky stuff into at least one of these? The game even agrees with this, since they just say Zidon's gonna go off on his own, and we all know it's because how are they gonna have him paraglide around following us, so you know, whatever, he's just gonna reappear at the end and say, ah, you made it. I mean, maybe you could have him tag along because gravity is different here for no reason. Better yet, why not have this be an underwater level for the fish people? Is that why we dove down before? You have us float around like we're in water. Oh my god. I just realized while typing that line, did they seriously mean for this to be a water level? And 12 years later, they still haven't finished this game? I know we all hate water levels, but if Ocarina, Majora, etc. did it, then maybe try your hand at it again. I don't know. Whatever. Same rules apply here as they did with the Rito. Sure, it's mostly just walking forward until you leap into a waterfall or something. But before a couple of token reactions, let me just give a shout out to the first bit of truly unqualified praise so far. This boss. My boy. This dude is without a doubt one of the best things I've seen in these games so far. Honestly, right alongside the Great Plateau. You have to take him apart as you fight him, use your powers in a creative and unique way. I mean, I've personally never seen anything like this before in a game. he hides his face from you too, so you can't just immediately hit him there. I mean, like, I never figured out what to do with this flying form here, but you know, still, okay, maybe not totally unqualified, but like, this is how the entire game should have been designed. Every encounter should have used these USP gimmicks to blend combat or traversal. Real, genuine gold star here, Tears of the Kingdom. Okay, to the reactions. This is literally just polygons. Oh my god.
What? No, 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 no!
Did it fall?
We're taking this bitch to Vegas. Oh, that's too much. Oh god, no, 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 no. Oh, yeah, we made it. We good, we good.
So much for the go fastiest bird ever.
Oh man.
Yep, see, he's just gonna be here at the end, what'd I tell you?
Okay, into the great wellspring of Hyrule. Even though in Porter's notes, it said these islands appeared as if they didn't rise from the ground, so this can't be Hyrule's wellspring if it wasn't here, unless it's the source of rain? Whatever, the solution is don't think. Let the game tell you what to do 4 times and massage the rodent brain. I thought Breath of the Wild plateaued on its flow channel to make every area ready to be the second area you may find, but this is just absurd. So, like much of Tears of the Kingdom, the puzzles here often devolve into connect whatever 2 pieces are around because the solution is, that's right, Ultra Hand. Like I said about Breath of the Wild, if you run through your powers, you'll usually see the solutions. I mean, sure, there are a couple of places where that's not the case. Just look around until you see goo covering this waterfall, or use a block or water shield to get past these flames. But then other times you realize that thinking was the issue. Wait a minute, that shrine from before was just out there in the world so that when we see the platforms up top here, we aren't suddenly hit with a new thing? Tears of the Kingdom really is just slapdash together? No context or reason, just throw that down there because, whatever. Let's not actually introduce things in a natural way. Like having Link somehow drown when he has his fish husbando right there. Whatever. We're almost at the last city and we're so much closer to ending this nightmare of a playthrough. The boss, Goo Master, makes a shark, doesn't even try to hit me, doesn't hurt me once, down to half for its grrr, nah, you made me serious, like the others. And what is Wizardon's power not removing more goo in one swipe? This dude is throwing it out faster than I can remove it, so stop saying so, husbando. Maybe the limited choo-choo goo I have? Is that why they gave me an opal before? Oh, but of course the spear broke in literally 4 stabs. Okay. And the few times I do close the distance, this dude is sleeping so crazily I cannot get a shot off or close the distance if I do get him to beat him up. I mean, like, I can hit him more when he first pops out of his shark suit, and that did eventually carry the day, but in retrospect, I do see that, you know, in the item descriptions, I could have fused a Keith's eye to an arrow to make them auto-target, which would still require wading through the muck to reach him before he gets up to, you know, go again. Still though, that's probably on me. But even if I want to complain and be like, well, you just didn't show me I could do that. I also never felt the need to experiment with fuse until like just in that fight. And spoilers, attach fire stuff to weapons in the Gerudo land. So, you know, in a way, it's a bit on the game for maybe expecting me to have gone through my items to see what would work here when it basically has made that whole ability so far pointless. Like how pointless Breath of the Wild is now, since the Zora ancestor is literally a girl like last time too, and so is the Gerudo, and we have 3 of the helpers here be the same people as last time with their ancestors of theirs who used the exact same weapons, whatever. But hey, I see what you did there, Tears of the Kingdom, but no overall praise, because you actually put a drop shadow here, but not before, for reasons, but it's still hard to see. Fuck me, this game is beyond sloppy. You're a polish my ass. I fucking bet you is because they didn't want to come out alongside Elden Ring. Whatever. You know, watching this cutscene with the mask on, it literally makes this game better to imagine Link as a faceless, emotionless robot. Holy shit. You literally can replace him with a blank 3D model and nothing is changing. Oh my god, you cannot make this up. Well, let's go full hog on this and find the special Zora pants to make Link look like a robot.
Don't think, just walk in. They're gonna say that there's an opening now. You're gonna walk in there, walk around until you find an opening, go through it, walk around until you find an opening. There it is.
Oh, okay, it's just pants. Never mind. We're so close to done, but there are a few things we should stop by along the way to Gerudo Town. Kakariko had a part to play last time, so yeah, let's see what's up there. Oh, big ruins suddenly. Okay, cool. And the plaque says we need to get the powers of light, fire, and etc. to do things here, and this dude says you can't come in unless Zelda says so. Okay, so forget it. Guess I better go collect my last spirit dude and save Zelda. Oh well, at least Paya's gotten a bit more of a spine now. Shows some growth. Unlike Katla here, who hasn't aged a day. But Bora did? How long did this time jump? Was there even one? Oh, maybe it says in the character profiles. Oh, they just say, her chief. She nice. But no, this totally deserves more praise than The Witcher. So epic. This is the worst game I've ever played. Holy shit. I can't believe I'm saying this. But at least Breath of the Wild's horrific choices had some reasoning behind them. This is worse. It's just bad. It's just inconsistent. Oh my god. Congrats, Tears of the Kingdom. You actually made me see Breath of the Wild in some kind of positive light. Holy whatever. Hiding one memory in the woods. It's something, but what else can you do? I don't know. I think of hiding under a rock or whatever, but I think my brain has fallen into the don't think mentality to save itself from insanity. Well, so much for the Yiga clan. Has anyone even mentioned them yet? Oh, so the Gerudo are his army again? Hold on, that better actually be gone into, but then again, this was a while ago? I don't know.
Hyrule will bow down before me.
Oh, but I know that voice is not deep enough for Big Daddy Ganon here. Oh my god, no. Oh, well, it's cool he can control Moldugas. I like that. It fits the Desert Man theme, you know? See some more of his powers.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare just use a magic man magic and instantly fix everything. Don't you fucking dare destroy all the goddamn tension. Wow, Zelda's is bigger. You jelly? Nope, just no tension of Ganon being powerful, of having an entire horde of monsters. No, this dude's just gonna fucking beat the shit out of him. Wow, I don't care anymore. I don't give a That was pathetic.
Whatever! At least maybe we'll see him be a manipulator again. Who knows? G-tier anime over here. Best game ever made. Moving on. Saw these dudes having a standoff, so I streaked on through and caused a war.
Damn puppets!
Let's check the Great Plateaus, since that was where the story started before. It looks the same, no towers or shrines like everywhere else. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. You know, a sudden exploration thing with the statue, but exploration is for next time. But let's go check where Breath of the Wild story started. Ashika Shrine, to see if they just removed that too.
Are you kidding me? It's just... Oh, there's more. There's another hole. Okay. Where's the secret? This is an actual joke, right? Boy, can't wait for a That was an actual joke, right? That was an actual joke?
Moving on.
Let me guess. You can't come through here! Goes up and around. Oh no, she's just gonna let me through. That's what a desert is, dude. This is a joke, right? That was a joke, right?
Moving on.
Okay, so the battery makes it so you don't have to use...
Yeah. So it doesn't, like, draw on your actual battery, you know? Which is, like, finite. And I have, like, some upgrades for that. I'm like, I don't want to waste it. Yes, Runty, I know. I shouldn't be playing this.
What?
30 seconds? Okay, I could...
It only uses...
There goes the other one. Look. No.
Oh my god, no way! Oh. Okay, well that's... I guess it's a little useful. I guess.
Yeah, if you want to like use up all your batteries at once.
Can you use like 10 batteries?
Yeah, good luck finding 10 batteries or something. I don't know. I'm not going through all that because this game...
Yo, imagine you literally just have the thing full of 10 batteries. Wait, why is that blinking?
Are you
No way. No, what? What?
Whatever. It's a replay of Gerudo Land.
It's what's making the sandstorm that was all around the city. You know, like how it was supposed to be with the Divine Beast, but really it was just walking around in a circle a little bit away, bothering no one.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you're like, oh no, it's such a problem, but it's just dicking around over there.
Yeah. Oh, I remember they were saying that they couldn't go about their murky
Yeah,
trial.
even though there were literally people walking in and out of the city.
Gotta climb up here and find the magic pants to let me... Oh. Okay, it's not here. Well, maybe I'll just not think and sail over the sandstorm. Of course that worked. Oh, I actually had to find my way through. Well, no map and can't really see, so okay, that's kinda neat. I like that. Sandstorm, baby. Oh, that's not Gerudo Town. Re-dead. Oh, I mean, Gibdo. Can't say dead. There's Gerudo Town. Or what's left of Gerudo Town? Why didn't anyone mention this back at the bazaar? Whatever, they're doing Ocarina again, but hey, that worked. It's Creep Dude, I got you, buddy. Me and you, let's make it out of here. Huh, you know, this is not the worst way to hear about the way forward. Oh, shoot, and you got Riju's journal here, too. That's also not the worst way to hear about a way forward either. Oh, is this game actually using indirect control, allowing for player freedom by maybe having it be okay if I found Riju first and maybe fighting my way back into the town? Oh, never mind, this f***ing girl just shows up, just f***ing shows me the way in because the f***ing zombies clearly are not dangerous if a kid can just be running around. Bye-bye tension. Didn't even need to follow unseen like in Wind Waker. No, don't think that's too much. Just talk to her and she'll tell you where to go. God, I'm tired. Well, at least it makes sense here that Booleara remembers me. And hey, in this cave, they have laundry strung up and remember to put in a fan. Oh, shit, and the cannons, yes! Why weren't these used in Breath of the Wild? Nice details, though. But still don't get why the Gerudo have this totally useless language thing here, which they never speak in. There's like male, female, and hello, goodbye. Like I said about going back to the PS2 era, remember when... Oh my god, 22 years ago. In Final Fantasy X, they gave the Al Bhed an entire language whose ciphers you had to find throughout the game, and you would just genuinely have no idea what people said in the beginning. But no, Tears of the Kingdom can get away with 4 words after more time than I'm sure many of you watching this have been alive. 12 out of 10. Whatever. At least they just say go find Riju in the North Ruins. Can't see the map, so alright, let's just go north and explore. That's pretty cool. Oh, right, don't think, just walk in a straight line going due north to the North Ruins and you'll find her. Don't worry, it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cute hair.
Right?
And she's... Is she older? Can we please just get a year count? Whatever, who cares? Don't think. Why did you have Tulin there if literally everyone else is the same? How fucking convenient that the not dead zombies are weak to the Gerudo special element. How does she walk on sand in those heels?
Shoes? Bitch, excuse me. When did you get so fashion forward?
Whatever, who cares? Don't think. Okay, but seriously, I do like how you have to use some elemental attack on the not deads. That's something, at least. And honestly, overall, I do like how the plot has less of a ticking clock and more of a where is Zelda and what's going on with her general question to allow for more freedom with a more decentralized narrative so problems can be distributed around to account for player freedom. Hooray! This game is literally coming up to the base idea of an open world, or at least fixing the problems that were sold to us for $60 for an additional $70.
Could you imagine I warp over there, but like the sand starts messing with me, so I show up like the fly, Jeff Goldblum. Alright, time to just teleport into a war zone. They're very slowly coming towards us.
Oh, they're doing a little horde/tower defense mode. Alright, changing things up. The enemies being active and threatening the location. Yeah, the like did, but I feel this is a bit more tense since you see Boo Liara be here like, oh we are so screwed. Basic writing. Yippee. And of course, they wrote away the tension, instantly spoilers. Because these guys did stand no chance. So much for them being a threat if Riju can now just delete them when they're spawners. That was pathetically easy. That felt like a baby version of what any game has been doing to change up enemies attacking for a decade, man. Serendipitously, I literally replayed BioShock Infinite a week before recording this footage, and for those of you who don't know, spoilers I guess, it ended with a tower defense mode where you had tension and multiple enemy types and weapons and vigors and the songbird helping. Tears of the Kingdom is, again, average at best. Not to say you can't have fun with average, but still. Not seeing Zelda's face though, wonder if that's not her. Would be cool to have Tears of the Kingdom acknowledge this was a diversion for the actual attack on Gerudo Town. And you know, we go back and find everyone dead and Riju throwing off the crown, feeling more and more like she doesn't deserve it even after mastering her powers after, you know, like 10 seconds. But still, though that sounds a bit too much like Breath of the Wild Zelda's character potential. But hey, maybe that can be a thing where, you know, the ghost of Urbosa is like, hey my progeny, just letting you know I helped Zelda with this, you'll be okay.
Wait, could I have just done that from the jump instead of having to climb up? I thought y'all were under attack. Thank goodness that they're just willing to wait to launch the attack. Yep, there it is. Come to me.
Where I am.
That was a joke, right?
Alright, well, since we're allowed to do some basic planning to prepare for Tower Defense Mode Part 2, may as well not think and click the first option since I bet I'll just be able to run around and kill everyone instantly. But props Tears of the Kingdom, because the enemies who are weak to elemental attacks actually made me stop to engage with their fuse mechanics. Oh my god, am I losing my voice? Screw you, I'm not doing 2 takes. And glue sparklers to my sticks. The bare minimum. I fail to see how this isn't just a crafting menu with extra steps, like Plinko said in our Discord. Link in the description. Oh, I can't just solo this. I can't just instantly zap the spawners like I did before. Okay, I'll actually engage with your encounter, despite this sudden change not really making much sense. Jesus, I cannot leave her for a second. She takes a ton of damage. Maybe I actually had to think of where to put the troops. Okay, so I actually lost the second half of the footage here somehow, but okay, so like, basically I accidentally clicked on Whitey here to recall the troops since it seemed like Riju cannot be left alone. That still didn't work. I got very confused and annoyed and figured I was doing something wrong, and then realized that unlike last time, you actually have to kill the surrounding not deads before you can, take out their spawners. Weird, but we did it! Actually saw a city under attack and had to actually do something about it. Hooray! Bare minimum achieved. Now to have this person say, I will open the door every time. Go straight after standing behind the throne, miss this turnstile thing because good luck seeing it, but just follow the light and ultra hand.
Look what she got here magically just as I finished doing that. Just in time for her to be able to react to Zelda instead of Link. Are you me? Well, yes, obviously, but the thing is, she said I'm practicing using my lightning, but the sandstorm's messing me up. Now that I think about it, if you fire an arrow, I can focus on that and hit that area. She has me do the tutorial for that. I then go with her to fight monsters at one town. I go with her to that tower defense thing. I then use the lightning to open up this temple, and now it says, hey, you can... This power thing pops up to tell me what it is! How the f have you been working on this game for 12 years and it's still this unfinished?
But you know what? Let's have some fun. Here's a question for you. Is sand a liquid? Anyways, temple time. Let's open the doors. Wonder how you do that.
Mothman.
Oh my god, yes, it's different. Let's start with the boss battle. Whoa. Shit, it one-shot me. Oh, and the fight starts up instantly after dying, unlike another boss fight. Should maybe take this time to go upgrade my dress. No, you know what? 5-minute heat resistant, one-shot attacks. Time me. Oh, it's over. Well, you know what? That's fine, I guess. Introduce us to the boss. Bit of a fake out, just how strong it is. That's fun. Okay, in we go. And let's just let live reactions me do the writing, because script and recording me just doesn't care anymore and wants this to be done, and I'm 100% certain I'm losing my voice, and I refuse to ever do 2 takes.
This is literally what they did in Skyward Sword. Light, who needs it? I don't. Remember, the solution is Ultra Hand. Love how there's like modern Gerudo stuff in the ancient ruin. Pretty much. Better find something. I wonder if the solution is Ultra Hand. The solution is Ultra Hand, you troglodyte. Ultra Hand. Oh, Jesus, never mind! Oh, it's not working. Oh, what do you know? Oh, and it's not like, what's happening? Oh, what? Okay, I just have to figure it out. Oh. Never mind, here it comes. Now it'll tell me what I'm supposed to do. Oh my god, no f***ing way. No f***ing way. It just didn't work because Riju didn't do the f***ing cutscene before me.
Daughter of the Gerudo.
Is that the exact same voice actress for the last champion? Oh, just like last time, you just gotta be moving power around. How the f*** am I supposed to see that? No, it's not. The solution is Ultra Hand. Yeah, it's been doing that. It started doing that when we first tried this and we decided that we needed to turn it all the way on. Of course it's about—
Okay, actually me back because I genuinely want to praise this boss fight. It was actually fun. Mothman came in here with these gains. Bitch, if you come at the queen, you better come at her strong. Really, she had some good attacks that weren't impossible to dodge. Good damage, but never too much that I couldn't, heal. She could disrupt Riju's lightning, but could still be hurt by other fire/lightning weapons. But the tornadoes would block arrows, and she's strong and fast, so closing the distance isn't easy enough to just hit her with like a fire rod. She still took a good amount of hits without seeming like a damage sponge. When she called in her minion, she stayed back, rather than continuing to rush me, but, you know, switched to a projectile attack. She kept going into the air after this, and I could decide, because I was, you know, struggling to keep up with Riju being knocked around, to take the slower, but safer route of just brute forcing it with fusing fire and Gibdo bones to arrows. Genuinely, I really liked this. It was a perfectly fine boss fight.
With me. By which I mean they just throw this little avatar out.
Yeah, so you really didn't lose anything, did you?
Yeah.
You didn't really sacrifice anything.
See?
Wait, so where's she going?
Riju?
Yeah.
Back home.
Oh, she literally doesn't lose anything. I was joking.
I know you were.
Oh, damn.
This bitch, were you just sleeping through that?
I was like, man, I haven't had a vacation in 70 years.
This queen does not honor overtime.
Mm-hmm. No, that doesn't help at all.
Whatever. To be honest, though, I think this section was the best so far.
Oh.
Had an actual problem, and you had to do a little something different with it. You had a good boss fight, you know. Then again, it's just average.
Yeah, it seemed like it was fine.
It was fine. All right. Well, hey, at least we're ending on a high note, right?
Yeah.
So.
Actual shocking stuff. Looked like it required something of you.
Yeah. Thank God.
Okay, now for just the rest of this open world and the end of this story. Just remember, though, that if Tears of the Kingdom can get away with being average at best, then you may as well work on your dreams, because you can do it, whatever it is. Can't be any worse, right?